Hi, my name is Oluyomi Ojo, and I'm an under 40 CEO.
The African Renaissance. The concept that the African people and nation shall overcome the current challenges confronting the continent and achieve cultural, scientific, and economic renewal is here, with young men and women taking the lead. Some call them the new school heroes. We call them under 40 CEOs.
A graduate of Applied Mathematics from Ladoke Akintola University of Technology, Oluyomi Ojo would later obtain a professional certificate in marketing from the Chartered Institute of Marketing. A member of the Advertising Practitioners Council of Nigeria APCON, Oluyomi is also an alumni of the Simon Page Business School and the University of the Arts in London. Oluyomi Ojo founded Printivo alongside two other great minds, Ayodeji Adeogun and Ibukun Oloyede, to, in his words, make printing suckless for the Nigerian SMEs, corporations, and the general public.
All right, welcome to Under 40 CEOs, Oluyomi.
Really pleased to meet you, Fab.
All right, Oluyomi, you're an advocate of starting small but thinking big. And I read up somewhere that you started your first business with 300 naira, not 300,000 naira, 300 naira. How did you do it?
Interestingly, that's been 16 years ago. I was fresh out of secondary school, and I had JAMB, I had all that in front of me to sort before entering the university. So I couldn't sit at home and be idle. I had this thing I've been doing all the while, handmade cards. You know, then it was the in thing, right? It was a big deal. And I went to my mom and I said, "Give me 300 naira. I want to put it in paper and stuff." Basically, because somebody has given me the tip that, guy, if you bring this thing to University of Lagos, people will buy it. Just get it well packaged and everything. So I took that money from my mom, and I bought paper, I bought everything, and I made some copies of handmade cards with it. And I went with him to University of Lagos. And guess what? That day I made 1,000 naira.
Wow.
Meaning I've made gross profit of 700 naira. I paid my mom that evening.
You received your bachelor's degree in applied mathematics. That was from Ladoke Akintola University of Technology in 2008.
Yes.
Applied mathematics.
And
why?
What I'm doing right now. I've always wanted to study computer sciences. That is in my head. I wanted to be a programmer. Even though I have artistic talents, I felt somewhere, there's a connection.
Okay.
And the school refused to give me the course I wanted, so they gave me applied mathematics. And having waited some years at home, I felt, man, let's roll. So I went all in, and it was in my 300 level that I discovered that this thing I'm actually doing by the side, that's actually a hobby for me, which is graphic design, printing. I was literally the most popular printer on campus. We left school September 2008, and by December 2008, we had rented an office in Lagos where I started my first business, from where I eventually exited to start Printivo.
Let's quickly talk about 2011. That was when you became an associate member of the Advertising Practitioners Council of Nigeria. That's APCON.
APCON, yeah.
Now, what informed that choice?
While doing advertising, I realized that there are certain things you need. There were things that you can't do, and even now, you still can't do those things if you are not a member of APCON. One of them is vetting your ads. I mean, there are so many gates that you can't open without being a member. So I said to myself, if I really want to build a business here, this is necessary. And then I start for all the exams, get everything I needed to do, get done, got the membership.
Between 2011 and 2012, you had gone through about 3 different institutions. Simon Page Business School, University of the Arts London, Digital Marketing Institute. Now, you subsequently co-founded Printivo in 2014.
Yes.
After all of these, why printing?
I started up from printing, moved into advertising, spent years in advertising. I went all out to get those knowledge. So, and that was when I did Simon Page Business School, CIM, University of Art London, Miami Art School, just to ensure that I have the knowledge for this industry I'm in. And Shortly after we were able to leave the agency off the ground, the idea of Printivo struck us. And how did that happen? We were getting briefs from small-scale businesses, companies that couldn't afford our services as an ad agency. So you find a small-scale business in Agege, reach out to you and say, I want to design and print business card. I'll tell my team, no, you can't put your creative team on that when you can actually chase the blue chip accounts. But it was happening subsequently. And it dawned on us that, wait, if we are getting this request from these customers, which means there are small scale businesses who want good prints, who want good designs, who don't have the millions, they have thousands. But these guys are actually in large numbers. What if we build something for them? One other thing that also informed that was you can't separate advertising from printing, right?
True.
So we always needed to use printers for quite a number of projects, and it was a serious headache. That, coupled with the opportunity we saw, informed the fact that no, we can actually start a printing company that is focused on small-scale businesses. While trying to figure out how best we can make it, we stumbled upon the idea of online printing, using the internet and technology to scale it. If we can give them something that takes away the problem, that gives them cheap prices, that gives them quality, that is dropped at their doorstep, we have a business.
Now, you founded Printivo, but then you were already running an ad agency.
Yes.
Urban based?
Yes.
Where is Urban based today?
Well, Urban Base is still running. It's an agency that has a team of 10. Still has its client base. They won a couple of new clients, but I'm literally not fully in the business any longer. The team now runs Urban Base, the same awesome team with which we built the agency.
What was the initial setup cost for Printivo?
We spent about $50,000 to $60,000.
Wow.
And as at that time, that was all we had. But somehow we had that confidence that if we do it this and we do it right, it will work.
All right, when you see free money, grab it. That was one of the many advice you've gotten from some of your advisory, board, and you've gone ahead to grab 7 million naira from UWin project. You've gone ahead to grab $10,000 from Etisalat.
Yeah.
Tell me about this grabbing process.
One thing I've learned is that it takes a lot to build a business, and money is one of those. A lot. And when your business has enough money to run, it's good. However, when you see opportunities where you can get external funding in your business, why not go for it? Especially if you're in a business that needs it. When we applied for Etisalat, right, it was the first one. I didn't even have the intention of applying for it. Someone saw the flyer and then brought it to the office and said, guys, you are doing really awesome stuff with Printivo. Why not apply for this money? I said 2 million. That 2 million will not... And then the guy said, wait. Even if it's a month's salary, you have nothing to lose. And you were able to sort it out. And guess what? We won that money. But what we got more than that money, right? We were able to sign Etisalat as a client. We were able to get really awesome advisors in the business. We were able to meet a lot of customers. We were able to meet people who said, okay, you know what? This business you are building is awesome, but what if you do it this way? And some of them were really good advices.
This is Under 40 CEOs.
Printivo.com has been described as a platform that puts the power to design in the hand of everyone, whilst allowing the customer to create their own print materials or upload their own design files. The success recorded has attracted venture capitalists like Echo VC to fund Printivo's growing business.
Now, you've gone ahead to raise money from, Echo VC. And so tell me, how does a business or a budding, entrepreneur go about raising funds for a fantastic idea?
The first question is, you want to raise money. First and foremost, do you have a business? And how do you know that you have a business? Do you have paying customer? Do you have something that is active, that is running? Yes. Is it the next big thing? Maybe yes or no. Is there a market? Like, does your product fit into some people's need in the market? Have you been able to figure out how to build this thing to scale it from where you are to 30, 40, 100x? Are you the right team? Do you have the right team for it? I mean, comparison of you, the CEO, your key people, co-founders, first employees. Like, are you the kind of people can fund? If you can answer those questions, but the truth is, nobody today will invest in ideas any longer. People want to invest in businesses that are active. They want to know that you have customers. They want to know that, okay, if I give you money, you are going to use this money to actually take this business from 1 to 10x, to 50x, to 100x, probably to 1,000x.
So permit me to quote a tweet of yours from the 21st of March 2016. You said, and I quote, the CEO is sick and then the business is placed on hold too. People still run businesses like this today, seriously? You know, so tell me, I know you don't have that kind of problem, but what is the current business structure for Printivo?
The current business structure for Printivo is that one of the things we did from the first day we set up the business is that myself, Deji, Ibukun, is that we want to ensure that if any one of us is out of business for a while, maybe you're out of the business, you are sick, you traveled, you're married, you just have to do some things. The business is not placed on hold from the CEO to anybody. And that is how businesses should run today. It starts with the fact that you are able to empower your team enough. You are able to trust them enough. You are able to build a structure that doesn't need you hands-on. You are able to run a culture where people have freedom and responsibility. So they are free to execute and they are responsible for their mistakes or things they've done well. That way, you realize that the company is not about one man. The structure we have at Printivo is that everyone is responsible to getting things done. And it doesn't revolve around one person. Yes, the company has a CEO who is like the captain of the pirate ship. However, the ship still sails when the pirate goes out to strike deals.
You recently launched a reseller program. Tell me about that.
One of the things we also do again at Printivo is we are very, very sensitive to data and insight. We measure almost everything. One of the things we noticed is that customers started ordering and sending the order to other addresses. We saw that pattern all over the place. And we were like, okay, what's happening here? And then by the time we started digging deep, we discovered that, okay, these are actually either graphic artists, photographers, event planners, people ordering on behalf of other people. So we said to ourselves, okay, if we have this kind of customers on the site who are actually not the end user of whatever they order on the website, it's high time we created something for them. And that was what gave birth to resellers. So, and then what is resellers? If you're a graphic designer, you opt in for the account, we activate you, and you can then start ordering for your own clients using your account. And for every order you place, you get 20% discount on it all year round. What it means is that when you design for your customer and you order on Printivo, you still make 20% of the value. And the customer gets to pay the exact amount that Printivo will charge, while you, being the person that actually brought the customer in, makes 20% out of that.
This is Under 40 CEOs.
What are those key lessons, you would like to share on making a partnership work?
The thing about partnership is, first, it's a partnership. But again, it's a marriage, right? The people you should start businesses with are people you know that stretch this journey 20 years down the line, all things being equal, will still be good. That's the first rule. The second rule is that it's business. The third rule is that set up business with people whose scale complements yours. The people who have started Printivo with our skills complement. That way we are able to keep a balance.
Okay, now you've received a number of awards and accolades. What do these mean to you?
The truth is, the first award and the most important award that you need as a business owner or as a business is returning customers. And then the accolades, awards, and every other one that comes, once you have it at the back of your mind that returning customers is the most important award, whatever accolades that comes, we not get into your head such that you start losing the things that made you win that award in the first place. However, awards, they are quite important for you and your team. I mean, it shows the team that they are doing something right and they should do more of it.
Now, you're a speaker and have been invited to speak at a number of events.
Yes.
What's your favorite thing to speak about?
The ability to start small. Another one I always give people is the fact that the customer is the reason why you are in business. Forget your salary, forget every other thing. But forget return on investment. If there is no paying customer,
There's no business.
there's no business. The first investors that we met that eventually introduced us to the investors that invested in us found us on Twitter. So technology has opened so many doors. It's left for you to decide which one you want to open and access things through.
Now, how has travel and interacting with diverse cultures influenced you as a person and also your business?
The more of our world we see, the better we become. I tell people, step away from your boundary, right? Move out. One of the things that will do to you is that you will learn other people's culture. And you really understand that if you want a diversified business, your chances of growing fast and scaling fast. Beyond that, there's always something to learn from interacting with people from other cultures, other experience, other field, name it. My trips to and fro outside Nigeria has impacted so much into me. I've even had the chances of hiring somebody outside the country that works for us now through those trips.
What are those key challenges that you've faced and overcome to make the strides that you've made so far?
The first thing is that when you're starting your business, you are the CEO. Not the CEO that you know of, but the CEO that means something else, which is Chief Everything Officer. You are the accountant, you are the HR officer. We had it really tough finding the right talent when we first started because we were entering a market where there is literally no company here that is running a business that is similar to ours. So it wasn't like we could poach existing relevant skills. We had to create our own people, skilled people. It was a challenge. I wouldn't say funding was a challenge because we were ready to start small. So we started as, I would say we cut our coats according to our clothes, not the size we wanted to be. Another challenge is that the market itself is not fully matured enough. It's still growing. You would expect an online business that is kicking off in Nigeria to do the same thing that somebody that is in the market where over 80% of them, people are actually making purchases online. So for all the challenges, that I've mentioned, there were also opportunities within. Like the people we were able to train are still the people that are actually the key players in Printivo today.
We all know that human resource is a key element to consider when growing any enterprise.
Exactly.
Now, how did you eventually hire your very first staff?
When we were starting Printivo, three co-founders. First of all, we're the first employees, rather. And so we needed 2 more people. A dispatch rider and somebody to manage others. And we're asking ourselves, who do we get to do these things? I sent out a tweet and said, if you are young and would like to join a promising company, follow me, let's talk. Deji also sent out a tweet. And a few people got in touch with us. And we couldn't find what we were looking for. So a week after that, they just sent in a CV and said, this just came in. Let's talk to this lady. And I said, I'm not going to do the interview. And he did it, and he called me and he said, I think we found the person you're looking for. And then I met her and I was like, okay, this is actually hungry. Hungry for more, hungry to get things done. And we hired her right away. Now, we had dispatcher that left. The first dispatcher that we hire. We moved into the office and we were saying, okay, let's spend this week to get things sorted, get settled down and everything. And one guy walked into the office and said, I passed by, I saw a bike, I saw a cabin on it. So I don't know if you have a dispatch rider. I'm a dispatch rider, I just resigned from a logistics company and I'm ready to take on something new. I was like, okay, come in for an interview. And he said, no. We said, come back on XYZ date for an interview. I said, no, I have my CV with me. And he said, okay, let's do this. And then we had the interview and it turned out to be the kind of person we want. It's been 2 years, over 2 years, he's still with us. And then that's how we got the first 2 people that we hired.
Tell me about your failures as a leader.
I'll mention one. In 2013, myself and Ayodeji, same co-founder in Printivo, started a company we called APCON. It was supposed to be a marketing distribution company. And it died on day one. Like, money just went into that business and we didn't make a kobo. Because it was over-dependent on partners. And most of the partners we signed on, in fact, virtually all the partners we signed on to use their channels to run the business. We were close to launching and they all starting that same business. I tell you, we didn't even launch. Because most of the key partners that we were going to use just went into that business. I sat in my office, myself and Adeogun said, you know what next? Yeah, what next? I said the next thing. Like, this has happened, it has happened. And we have taken our lessons.
Okay.
The most important thing is to apply this and ensure that this doesn't happen again. A few months after that Printivo came into our brains and we were able to take the energy of that failure into
channeled into Printivo.
Yeah, into running with Printivo.
Nice. Now, how would you describe your leadership style?
I love working with people that don't need me to get things done. People that I'm 100% sure that they don't need me to get things done. They'll get things done with or without me.
What other values are important to you and your firm?
There's something we always say. We say, ship happiness always. And that wraps up every other thing that we believe. When we started Printivo, one of the things we said we'll be doing is that everybody that picks a Printivo order and opens it must be happy. And if that is missing, then that dents our value. And then we'll ensure we do everything and anything to fix that part. So from the point where freedom to do things, freedom to do new things, innovativeness, every other thing that we stand for as a company, all wraps under that part that we say, ship happiness always.
This is Under 40 CEOs.
How would you describe your style?
I think I wear what is functional for me.
Okay, what are your favorite brands to wear?
I would say I don't have favorite brands, so to speak.
What other CEOs do you currently look up to?
I have Sim Shagaya. And I have my good friend too, Mark Esen.
What's your favorite car to drive?
That would definitely be a Benz. Yeah.
What's your favorite travel destination?
I love Sunset San Francisco, actually.
And what's your favorite book of all time?
Antifragile by Nazim Nicholas Taleb.
Nice. What book are you reading right now?
The art things about art things.
So lastly, I would like to know, Oluyomi, what makes you happy?
There's one thing that makes me happy. It's actually seeing the things I work by.
And thank you for coming on Under 40 CEOs.
Thank you for
Oluyomi.
having me here. Hi, my name is Oluyomi Ojo. You can be another 40 CEO too.
This is Under 40 CEOs.